Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 29 of Sandwalls the Armored Heart. Well, what can I say? I think this day will be a day of roads. There's roads above and roads below, and my FPS is dying. I know that effect from back when I was building that ginormous bridge over the ocean. That is pretty normal. If you have too many work orders going at the same time, the game does that to you. At least that's what I experienced. This is a little bit of a case of where I'm very torn. To some degree, it would be smarter not to put them all down right from the get-go. But on the other hand, I like to have plans laid down completely. So, well, bear with me, my friends. We're going to build the roads of Sandwalls, above and below. So, today we're also going to see another step towards completion. This fort is, in my humble opinion, almost where I want it to be. The story of this fort will continue, of course, over the years. Sandwalls will exist long over the course of the campaign. Heck, we might even get back to it one day. Who knows? What I know is that I'm already planning a little bit ahead, and looking at things as they go, I don't really know what we are going to do besides the roads and filling our stockpiles with a couple of useful roleplay gifts for the future caravans to go. I mean, the workshops down here are not really much except for a decorational use so far, and in all honesty, I think it'll stay like that for quite some time. It is sadly not possible in this game so far to effectively prepare your fort for future things. There's a lot of potential, in my humble opinion, in this game. What we're going to do today is we're going to make sure that there will be enough limestone. Well, alright, forget what I said. There's, if I remember correctly, there are over 1,000 boulders of limestone down there. But I'm not that sure about the gabbro. And I sure gabroed it up here entirely. Because I decided that proper roads need to have not only floors, but also proper walls, because, you know, we're dwarves. What kind of dwarven road would that be otherwise? I wouldn't be able to live with that shame. So we're doing it like that. Anyways, besides that, we need to go for the Gabbro caves. I mean, I really don't know anymore where we do have the Gabbro. One very smart commenter told me something that I forgot entirely. Steel does require coke. Silly old me. So charcoal does the same trick, but that boils it down to that's where all my freaking coal went all day long. That's what it was used for, and that's why all the trees everywhere still need to die. Isn't it wonderful? I mean, I'm always happy if I get some good excuses for my dwarves to whack over some trees. I don't know why, but it is always a very satisfying thing. Judge me if you want to. I like to piss off elves. So, this is the stockpile, and that also means we should probably consider making at least one new wood furnace. I mean, our stockpiles are quite nicely filled, but all in all, yeah. One more thing, though, crossed my mind. This place does need a proper burial site. We have lost a couple of our soldiers lately on the latest Ulm incident. These creatures seem to chase me in my nightmares and in my overworlds even. But, well, that being said, where do we want to bury our fallen? I wanted to look for a good site for today. So it is a little bit difficult for me to say, as we have, all in all, down here, no good place where I feel like this would be ideal. But the best idea that I got was probably we want to go down here in the into the halls where we also will have our expeditionary factory, so we can. Jeez, trouble clicking. things today. So we can have our tombs for the fallen down here. I think that's something that I want to go with. So let's do this. I'm going to go for sweet little burial site here. There we go. And we can expand that. I think it is just pretty okay to do that on the lowest level of your city. And my dwarves do make some fast progress here. In all honesty, I'm very proud of them to see how quickly they do their stuff here. That road is growing faster than I thought it would. Also down here. I mean, we do have a ton of gap road things already completed that we can use here, and that surely does help out here. I don't like that. So, wait a sec. This is a part of the caverns that we're not connected with, or sort of. Yo, game, why is that so loud? Well, alright, maybe I have my headphones a little bit loud. So, besides the usual suspects, there's nothing to see. I really wonder why I get these notifications, as if I had some sort of a vision on that, but I don't. Really makes me wonder. So, Gabbro. Where can we Gabbro ourselves up, huh? So there's where we are checking out the limestone. There's more mudstone here. So I'll be checking here. Is there anything new visible? Nope. That's really weirding me out a bit. Yeah. Stop bugging me. Alright. If they keep doing that, I have to delete them. One invader is on the map, so... Batman. Okay. I have a hard time not hearing the song from the show of the back in the 60s, or when was it? I don't know. Anyways, if you know, you know. Where's the Gabbro? Abracadabro. Where are you? So that means there's bat people. I'm afraid that we might run into problems with these. You know, I do have such thoughts as if we might. What if we missed a spot? What if there is an opening? What if our fort gets swarmed by bat people? It's all questions on my mind. So here's the Gabbro. Wonderful. So let's Gabbro quarry. Yeah, I'm learning. Labeling these things is genius. IQ 200. Jokes aside, it's just something that I don't know why I haven't done that previously. I think sometimes the very easy things do take a while until you get them into your event horizon of things. Okay, so that should provide. I think that should really provide. So I'm very, very sad that we still don't have any written content in our fort. That weird letter disappeared into nothingness, and it's time for Dwarf of the Day. I want to... Wait a sec, I think it was Stockhood, the bookkeeper, that I looked up today. So, let's see, Stockhood. I really looked that up before I started the episode, but now I... Scatterbrained. I probably should take notes, but what would that be? Yeah, I'm right. Stockhood was the person that I wanted to go for today. And I decided that the military dwarves, they don't get their own apartments like I do it here for the people, because I feel like the military guys, they are the adventurers of this fort, and they will eventually wonder. I know how they are. So, Starkhood, how's life for you? She is one of the OG founding members, so she's angry about a argument. People get into arguments here quite often. It's one thing that I really often notice in their memories. And, well, let's see. Quite the usual things. Annoyed at the lack of dining tables. Bitter to be wearing old clothing. I don't know what went wrong here. I think we have not enough pigtail in this fort. It's probably the problem. But, dear Starkhood, I hope we're going to be able to get you some things going that make your life easier. So, gypsum plaster. What the hell? Sterling silver, cat's eye, clear glass. Clear glass is really a pain to produce. I have no intention to do that today. Silvery gibbon leather. So, quivers. Okay, she is really one hard to please dwarf. Really, really hard to please. So, well, considering whether or not I'm doing this to myself. So, if I remember correctly, the process was to make ash and make potash, and then you can make clear glass. I think that will... Oh, no, pearl ash, not potash. Pearl ash. Yeah, no. I'm very sorry, you, but I don't have the stomach for things like this today. You're receiving your honorary quiver on a pedestal. Probably she's not the most popular one. Jokes aside, it's just... If you don't have a industry for clear glass going in your fort, it's quite cumbersome to make it. I mean, sure, it's just a couple of clicks and all, but to put it into serial production is quite a high investment of lumber. That's the problem that I got with that. So, let's instead... Where are my leatherers? Tanners. Here. Leatherworks. So... Should there be a quiver here? Ah, there. So it's the least I can do, I guess. Don't necessarily feel that good about it, but whatever. So here we go, starting to chuck out new gabbro for the roads below. So yeah, I think sand walls is a pretty done deal all in all, and I am considering to, well, wrap it up quite soon. This fort doesn't have any bigger challenges or adventures in store for us here anymore. Even the construction part is mostly done. So yeah, the road part is currently the most exciting thing that still is going on, but this is mostly a lengthy process. We don't really have a big, huge payoff in terms of engineering or anything like that. So, I mean, I don't want to mutter. I'm happy with the project getting done at some point. There's nothing wrong with a finished project. Not at all. So, that does mean it's time to ponder where will our next fortress go. I mean, for the dwarves of the Banner of Shadow, we have a lot of options. I mean, I just have to think about how does the story go now. I mean, these guys, this fort could be playable. This story of the fort could continue if we now started to dig for adamantine or do some conquest of the caverns, but in all honesty, the story of the Banner of Shadow just begun, and I feel like we gave them a really fancy old fortress to feel good in. What I plan to do is to beauty her up a little bit, and then go for a proper little fortress tour episode that sums up the story of this place and shows off all the juicy parts. So, yeah, I think we are in the epilogue of things. I was recently thinking about what to do for this fort next, but I realized that, I looked it up here. This looks really all fancy, but my civilization ain't huge enough to have barons yet. This is an empty throne room to me. This is, this is a springtime fortress, fitting to the time when I'm recording this. It's the beginning of March, and this is This is basically a new budding flower. If we compare the civilization, like whatever. It's the beginning of It's the new beginning of these guys, and I don't know what to add into this except for going for a couple of extra building projects here and there. But there is not that much exciting things left to do here. So, well, I'm quite proud of this little fort here, as it is very, very beautiful. I think optically she is one of the most likable projects that I had since a while. I mean, this is now mostly the busy work, basically. Oh, I like this. This is so beautiful. This place has gone really, really nice. So, Ulu. Wait a sec. Do you have a second name now? Say, wasn't your name a one-liner before? Ah, she disappeared again. Well, too bad. Ah, well. So, let's see. There's so much spider web here. I should really consider in the future runs to have some of that stuff as well, for the purpose of making cloth and all. Clothing is always a problematic point in all of my forts, and I need to change something about my procedures, obviously, because as it stands now, there's always naked dudes or people in flimsy clothing, and they're always pissed about it. So that's something that we're definitely going to rework in the next fortress. I love looks like these. It's so nice to see up here from the archers' barracks on the entrance. These guys really have a nice fighting spot here, all in all. I really should do one more thing, though. I forgot that the other day when I did that. And it'd be a shame we'd had no fortifications on that end as well. So, this feels like a proper fort. Also a little bit Mesoamerican, the building style, the pyramid thing, or South American. I don't know exactly where to locate this kind of building style, but it is she's a real beauty. I'm really happy with what we did there. The shape up here is really nice. Alright. I don't know why, but it does really make me constantly happy to have these roads growing like that. I have a real fondness of this process. Sheesh, we have a lot of quivers. Whoa. So let's take a quiver of giant elephant leather for our esteemed bookkeeper, whose name I forgot, Stockwood. Alright. So that's also going to be the last bedroom. Next series, I'll be a little bit more diligent on that end, alright? I have plans. There we go. I got plans for the next season, or the next fort. I really do like this entire concept here of protagonist living quarters. This place looks darn shiny, doesn't it? Alright. But all in all, the story of Sandwalls is a difficult one. This fort does not have a massive richness of minerals. It is hard and busy work to get those minerals. And roleplay-wise, it is very easy to sell that lack of interest towards adamantine like this. They already have really more than enough to do to fill up their quota with copper and iron and silver, which they have to mine out of the most ridiculous positions that our mock could have made up. So I think these guys here, they know what crappy ore spawn means. Yeah. So let's draw some walls here. Alone fetching up the Gabbro for this crazy wacky part of the project here will take a while. And will take a while. So I think I will be doing this off cam. Because, you know, I do enjoy this for an episode or two to build my roads with you here and think a little bit about the upcoming story of this place and all, but this will take an hour or two or maybe even 3 until it is completed. And that means 4 to 6 episodes of road building. It's hard to fill that. Besides that, yeah, we have this nice foraging spot. I think I will improve on that concept in the upcoming thoughts of mine. But yeah, the workshops of this place are bustling. We could make, or we should even make the shale flooring for the rest of the city now still. I feel like that is something that would be a shame if we'd be missing out on that. Jeez, look at that crappy old quarry. Damn, that aquifer is trolling so hard. That aquifer is trolling so darn hard. So what happened to the quarry, to the Gabbro quarry? Oh, we struck some magnetite along the way. That sweetens the deal. Alright. Really love the airlock concept here too. So that's one thing that I still want to do this episode, so you get the idea of what I wanted to do here. So we're going to construct a stairwell here, right next to the road, and there will be a hatch cover on top of that, and we're going to do that on all of the ends there. I'm constructing now the stairwell out of any rock, which will be ultimately done with Gabbro, of course, but for the sake of concept. So there will be always a subterranean way that is also accessible here. Should we be able to click that? Right, we do. So here the subterranean exit is a little bit more off the road. It's okay. Let's say that's the secret way out. Alright. And the Forgotten Beasts and the Crundles are still deucing it out there. This place... Well, the Caverns of Sandwalls are a real nasty place. There's so much stuff hanging out there. I've had way more peaceful caverns already. This place stinks. There's constantly some beast people. So we had Olm people on layer 1, bat people on layer 2. That's quite a lot of animal people. Alright. And once these stairwells are done, we can then seal off the fort and have a alternative entrance to the fort. I really like that. Of course, it will be not that much besides a roleplay gimmick. But, well, what's life without roleplay? So there we go. Too close to edge. No, there goes my plans. Ah well, no matter. Doesn't matter. We don't need a hatch cover if we can just do a regular door and wall thing. No biggie. So we're going to make it like that. Okay then. I think this is totally okay like that. That is not what I wanted. Why do I need to select a material for the wall when this thing is not on? Alright. That was not exactly spot on from the user interface, but whatever. It works, so it's fine. Yeah, but that's what I was looking for. So, I mean, with this step, Sandwalls officially told the world, we're here, come at us if you want to, we're going to fight back. And I think, all in all, this place is really well defendable now. We can't just slam the doors shut here. We can let people in with our little airlock system. So we can even rescue stranded people from the surface. We can attack them from our fortification system up here, which is manned by a squad of, well, expert archers. They do learn a lot slower than fighters. It's something that I really realize. Fighters would be legendary already. Weird. Probably they do not learn as fast there. Anyways, yarn shirts completed. I don't know what the problem is. I even upscaled the amount of wool-bearing animals in my fort to make sure that this would be not the root of all problems. So we have enough limestone on the stockpiles, we have enough gabbro on the stockpiles. I love when the fort runs like that. It's just fun. So one thing we can do though to speed up things, you shouldn't keep it like that, but you can do it like that. Limestone endless, and gabbro was the other one. Here. I'd kill for a menu that allowed me to sort my orders after I have placed them. I don't know why you cannot sort them. This is something that really... I mean, you can't drag and drop them, or... well, you can... okay, that... but that doesn't cut it. It's a pain to sort something from bottom to top like this. I did it a couple of times, and I suffered so hard that I never wanted to do that ever again. And so I'm using my memory instead. Serves me better. Okay. So, that'll take a while, I guess. But this is also really exciting. This brings me to the point where we can think about what will be the future of this saga. So feel free to drop me in the comment section below what kind of fort you'd like to see. I definitely see myself settling down on this good biome up there with the idea of getting myself either... no, not either. Both. We're going to do agricultural and animal things. You see, we're trying to capture ourselves some unicorns, or if we can find them, whatever is strolling around up there, and sunberries and all those exclusive things. Add them into our civilization, so we're going to have the real good booze. The stuff that you only get in special places. This is also a place where we can acquire featherwood, so I really totally see that as an adventure to go for. I don't know what the rest of the map has in store for me. I'll be looking up that more precisely when I have wrapped up this fort, but I'd be really curious to know what you guys think. Where would you like to see the Banner of Shadow settle down? And most importantly, why do you think they should be settling down there? This is always the most important thing. What story would this place include? There is another guaranteed fort that I want to hint at this point of the episode. This majestic volcano here right in front of the Elven Kingdom, or whatever that is. Oh, we totally will settle down there. We totally will settle down there. And I don't know what the story behind that will be, but a volcano in the middle of a forest surrounded by elves. Well, that sounds like a crazy hot idea for a dwarven fortress. That all being said, my friends, we're all going to meet again on the fortress tour for Sandwalls, which will be a relatively short episode, and then 2 days from here, we're going to start the new fort, and I can't wait to get there. Or, well, maybe it'll be 3 days. I don't know how long I'll take to finish up this fort behind the scenes. Anyways, thanks for watching, you all, and feel free to drop me your comments about anything, except for the things that I asked for. And of course, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Consider subscribing. Check out the description box. There is an entire saga that you can watch, besides the Banner of Shadow, if you ran out of episodes. And yeah, there's also my Twitch, where I stream quite regularly, and my Discord. And of course, ways and means to support the channel. There's Patreon, PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or the channel membership system, which yields you early access to all the episodes that I upload preemptively. And yeah, check it out if you'd be so kind. I'd be more than happy about that. And a big thanks to all of you who are supporting the channel actively. And a big thanks especially to you personally right there behind your screen. Appreciate you hanging out with all the ads that I do after the episode. That's really nice of you. I hope you had a nice time here. And I'm looking forward to the next episodes with you, friends. See you there.